Good morning. Take three. There's a having a couple of glitches here, but it looks like it's okay. Look, ooh, cup of Joe. There it is. Make it happen. Make it so. Oh man, I needed it this morning. I took an extra tablet of melatonin to help me sleep last night, and it makes me groggy. Do you have the same problem with it? I don't. It's like I took like five of them. I took two. So, but it helps. Always helps me get to sleep because I need the help. How are you this morning? I hope you're having a great day already, or you're ready to have a great day, and you're also ready to have a great weekend. I want to thank you so much for people, the comments that you've been giving, and the kindness that you've shown. It's really fun. This helps me a lot, and hopefully there's something you're hearing that sparks some thought in you, and maybe you'll share whatever that is back at me, and that's how we make this world a better place, right in our own way. We're waiting for people way on top to fix everything. And government can't teach us how to love each other. I mean, you can believe how much you want on how much what role government should play in our lives. That's fine. That's a legit debate we should be having every day. But they can't legislate compassion. There's no such thing. You can't do that. And the only way you build those bonds is if people talk and listen at the common level like us, as opposed to waiting for our leaders to do it. Because sometimes they have their own agenda, right? Anyway, I posted something a couple of days ago about trying to find middle ground in things. And I think I mischaracterized that a little bit. What I'm trying to say when I say that is I'm trying to understand both sides of arguments a lot more. Really been working on that the last few months, if not the last year or so. And really trying to understand listening. Everything's about listening. You got to listen to people. I have pride just like everybody else, and I think that I've got it going on sometimes, and I'm going to tell you, blah, 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 like I'm standing on some sort of tree stump and dictating things. No. I have opinions. Now, once I reach those opinions, I'd like to think that I try to research things fairly deeply. And I certainly stay away from cable news. I probably say that every time I do one of these. Cable news is poison. If you're getting your information from Sean Hannity or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon or any of these people, man, well, if you're doing that, God bless. Enjoy. I'm not going to do that. People have agendas. Once you get to that point, though, stand up for yourself with respect and decency. And if somebody else wants to call you names, one of the things I stepped away from, and I really am not a fan of, is when you come up with an idea or you believe something and you post it in some manner, and someone who you hardly really engage with jumps into your world and tells you what you're going to. It's like, whoa, who are you? I talked to you once 5 years ago. I thought you were cool, and you thought I was cool. Now all of a sudden you're jumping in my shit. No, please stop, man. That to me, that's a bit of a pet peeve for me. If you don't engage with me in my life on a fairly, I don't have a regular basis. When I say regular, once a year, and then all of a sudden you're pounding on me for something I believe. No, I don't think so. Go find someone else to be your emotional support plushie or something. I don't know, man. Or to use as a to beat on so you can feel better about yourself, because that's the key of a lot of this stuff. I think people they need to feel better about themselves, so they got to dog other people. Now, I've eliminated most of those cats. Don't do that to me anymore. I had plenty of that, and that's over. But I don't do it. You don't see me jumping into your world and telling you how wrong you are about something or how bad you are about something. You come up with your decisions your way. I'll come up with mine. If we can coexist somehow, cool. If not, see you later. So this partisan thing it scares me a little bit because it's really gotten out of hand. Social media just amplifies it. You come up with an opinion about something, and you find somebody else, right? And they agree with you. And all of a sudden you're standing in a circle of people all looking at each other, how self-righteous you are. And we're the good team and they're the bad team, and I'm right and you're wrong, and blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden we're in two circles of spears pointing at each other. And it could go downhill. It could get worse and worse and worse. It's certainly not getting much better. But I do know one thing. One thing that really gives me hope is that the vast majority of people in this country, certainly on Twitter, are not on Twitter, are not on Facebook. We think that it's billions of people. It's not. Approximately 1% of the United States population is on Twitter. 1%. But it's so loud. And these people are just so angry. I don't get it. But, Twitter warriors, these are the cats that think that they're changing the world, and they get their 20 heart clicks because they say something insanely stupid. Sometimes it's so stupid. It's so judgmental. But they feel like they're accomplishing something. And it's like, you're not. All you're doing is making things worse, but okay, do you? Once you come to that opinion, though, stand up for yourself. I know that I can be pretty stubborn sometimes. But it's because I like to think when I get to a position in my life where I believe something, for example, like I've said 1,000 times, and I'm going to keep saying it, I am not going to cede. Oh, how about that? It's 9 o'clock. Good morning. When I get to a specific position in my life, I'm going to stand up for myself. And I'm not going to look at information through a partisan lens. I'm not going to take every event that goes on in the universe, shove it through this filter that I believe is the way everything should go, and then and then it goes through this filter, and then it's processed, and now I can tell you this is why being a left person is the right, or a right person is the, because sometimes you're wrong. Believe it or not, I know I am. There's some things we're going to be uncompromising about. One of them is going to be my faith. Look, I constantly challenge my faith on literally on a daily basis, because it's such a deep part of who I am. I don't get it right, okay? I screw it up all the time, but sometimes I get it right, maybe. I don't know. So there's certain things I will not compromise. However, I'm going to listen. I'm going to give you the respect that I would like to get from you when we have any conversation about anything. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I really want to work hard on listening even more, learning more from people that I respect and I care about. And I think the more we do that, and finish with this government was architected in a manner that it runs best when everything is closer to the center. That doesn't mean that I think it's the right opinion or the right way to do something. But you've got what's supposed to be 3 co-equal branches of government, right? And you have all of these checks and balances to make sure one group doesn't get more power than the other. We're screwing that up. The executive branch has way more power than it's supposed to, I believe. And I'm not going to get into that. But we're supposed to have balance. If we had this kind of balance, think about it for a second. All this fighting we do about presidents, we wouldn't be doing it, because they wouldn't have the kind of power we've allowed them to have over the last 50 years. We'd be a lot more civil with each other when it comes to this stuff, I think. And then other examples as well. You've got people in Congress now. Republicans have done it too. Everybody's always screwing with the rules. Now you've got this conversation going on. We need to get rid of the filibuster. No, you don't. We really need the filibuster. It is a key component of keeping things from going haywire, too far right or too far left. I mean, Harry Reid screwed that up a few years ago when he got rid of the filibuster, or made it a simple majority for Supreme Court justices. How'd that work out for you, Harry? Republicans now have 3 more. It always backfires. You always think in the moment about what you're doing. The War Powers Act, we're going to use that to make sure we don't start wars like Vietnam anymore. And almost every single president has used it to justify some sort of attack that's like, what are you doing? I'm going off onto something. But the greater point is, you got to listen. You got to think about why you believe what you believe. One of my favorites is always this, well, I'm a Republican because my dad was a Republican. Okay, so you're saying you believe everything that your dad did? Well, no, not really. Okay, well, then what do you believe? Re-examining things is a good thing. Standing up for yourself is a good thing too. Just be careful how you're doing it. 10 minutes, that's enough for today. I want you to have a wonderful weekend. I love you. I'm sorry if this got off into some sort of, we oscillated into 20 different things there, but it's Friday morning. I can't wait for the weekend either. I hope you have a tremendous weekend. I hope that you reach out to somebody you haven't spoken to in a while and just send them a message and say hello. Been thinking about you. Hopefully you get one back from somebody. Feeling good for the right reasons always helps, right? Feeling love from somebody or feeling kindness, it can make your day. So make somebody's day today. I love you. Have a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you Monday.